of our local, our regional and our international viewers throughout the world, wherever you may be, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to influence you in a positive way and answer those unanswered questions. I am ZELISA Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb, because you know knowledge is power. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Hisham Costello. On behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful day today, a safe, productive and fruitful day today. It's Thursday, the 22nd of February, 2024. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. That's someone special. Reminding you life is what you make of it. You are in control, all right? And let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of India in Style Expo. And our quote says, embrace the journey, trust the process, and never stop learning. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and never stop learning, all right? That came to us with the kind compliments of India in Style Expo, and they are located at the Mid-Center Mall in Chagonas. Remember to check them out for daily deals, specials, safe and secure parking, wide aisles, air-conditioned, a nice, friendly and courteous staff, not forgetting the food court with nice, authentic food from India, and cooks from India, all right? Nice and fresh and delicious as well. So remember to check out, India in Style Expo. And I want to remind you, the Fab India Expo will be reopening March 9. This is opposite Medford gas station. That's the white tent opposite Medford gas station. So check them out. Thank you so much. Let me say good morning going out to the management and staff of Docky and Sons Tent Rentals. So if you're looking for all of your rentals, tent rentals, and everything that goes with whatever occasion that you're having, remember to check them out first. They are located in Katwaru Trace in Penal, and they deliver, they set up anywhere in Trinidad. So remember to check them out. Give them a call, 788-2262. That's 788-2262. And it's Docky and Sons Tent Rentals in Katwaru Trace, Penal. So to the management and staff, here's wishing you all a beautiful day, a safe and blessed day, and thank you so much for your contribution towards the development and growth of sharing good information on Conversations with ZELISA. At this time, as every Thursday, you've recognized we've been bringing you a replay of the UNC Anti-Crime Town meeting. This was held on Monday, and I invite you to sit back, relax, absorb. Knowledge is power as we share this replay with you. Enjoy.
All right, so I'm honored to share my views on the state of crime in our country at this forum, for the simple reason that if the intensity of criminal activity continues, both at the hands of bandits with a gun or bandits who were, or social bandits with pens and computers, at the rate they're going, our situation or the barbarity of the society would decline. Such a situation would make our society unlivable for both the bandit, the white-collar criminal, and the ordinary man and woman. As a citizen of this country, I felt it imperative to accept this invitation and give me a little 2 cents for what I have to say. You may like it, or you may not like it, but honesty impels. I've called my position this evening a quest for truth, and I shall try to outline what I want to do. I said, just again, I also wish to thank the leader of the opposition for really continuing these important conversations. They are conversations in terms of Socratic dialogue. You only arrive at true discourse and discussion, not by shouting and calling people names. If it's something the nation must engage in this time, are really the future of our society. It is more important than constitutional reform. What faces each citizen every day is the question of crime and being subjected to crime at all and every level. And it seems to me that if you want to even talk about constitutional reform, you don't put, for example, Madam Leader, a conveyancer to lead. You know the conveyancer is? And a conveyancer is a man who deals with real estate. When there's so many distinguished constitutional lawyers in this country at this time, including Douglas Mendes, Jose Fayad, even John Jeremy. So the point is, you start on the wrong foot, and what happens? You end up on the wrong foot. And it's this Vicky-Vi approach to discussion and discourse that has led us to where we are today. My hope and expectation is that eventually a UNC-generated document on these discussions can be shared with every member of the community in the near future. In this way, it will help us to understand where we are, how we got here, and the way forward. As anyone can, and how we begin to approach this question. As anyone here can tell, I am the great-grandson of a slave. His name is Jonathan Kojo, who was born in Tagarigua. You know Eldorado, the place? We from the East. In 1833. However, for purpose of discussion, on Thursday, December 7th, 1899, Cyrus Prudhomme David, the grandson of another slave, lectured on the topic State Aid to Agriculture at the Victoria Institute in Port of Spain. This is a son of a slave, almost 125 years ago. And this is what he said. He said, security of the person and property being the first condition of social progress. The principal functions of every civilized government are to protect the Commonwealth against external aggression and to secure to every individual the fruits of his industry. This is a slave talking. 125 years ago. I repeat, he says, security of the person and property being the first condition of social progress, the principal function of every civilized government, and Jerome talk about civility, etc., are to protect the Commonwealth against external aggression and to secure to every individual the fruits of their industry and to live in their place in security. He understood 125 years. Why can't we understand now? He goes on to say, but as civilization advances and the powers of government is felt more and more to be resting upon the consent of the governed, the tendency grows to invest the state with numerous other functions calculated to promote the general welfare. At the present time, he says, the legislation of all self-governed communities indicate that the principle of laissez-faire, the principle of do your own thing laissez-faire, which was never much validity except among English-speaking countries, being universally discarded in favor of a more vigorous principle of state socialism. This is a slave grandson talking 125 years ago. Prudhomme Davis made that statement in 1899, almost 125 years ago. However, the question of protecting the well-being of every citizen was taken up again by Dr. Eric Williams, the father of our nation, on November 27, 1970, in what is called the Chaguaramas Declaration, Perspectives on a New Society, which he delivered shortly after Black Power. You may not want to remember it, but Black Power was tore us up because we were not acting fairly among all our citizens. And this is what Eric Williams said. The Chaguaramas Declaration, I quote, he says, I First of all, he dismissed, I think John was going there, the adoption of laissez-faire capitalism, which he called liberal democracy, liberal capitalism, and the ideal of Marxism as guides towards social development. And he has said it, and I shall quote what he said in 1970, quickly after the Black Power Revolution. He says, we must devise, and that's why this is so important, talking with each one another in a mutual way to solve our problem, whether you're PNM or UNC or wherever. As Jerome says, this is a national problem. Not a PNM problem, not a UNC problem, but this is a national problem. This is what Eric Williams says. He says we must devise a system which gives a central place to the idea of the sovereign people, not the sovereignty of government, the sovereignty of people. He goes on, the people must participate actively in decision making, in political and economic matters. They must shape their own culture, wielding all the separate strands that have been imported into our society into one composite national culture. In other words, this is Eric Williams. In other words, they must, after more than 400 years of being acted upon, they must now act for themselves. From being passive objects of history, we must now become active agents in our society. They must shape their own future. In other words, nobody could shape your future for yourself. We at the grassroots levels must say what must be done. No government could do it. And that's why what is being done here is so very important. But you must believe it. You clap, you must believe it. And this is why I'm here this evening, to speak about the troubling challenge to our nation and what I call the title of my piece, A Quest for Truth. A Quest for Truth. Whether one is PNM, UNC, or any other party, it's our national duty to share our views on this important issue. Keeping in mind, as Prudhoe Davis insisted, that the prime function of any nation is to keep its people safe, and Williams' assertion that people must participate actively in the decision-making in political and economic matters. In other words, all of us, wherever we are, must become active agents in the change that we wish to see. That's a Mahatma Gandhi thing. We must become active agents in the change we want to see. Today, we are faced with a crime situation that has gotten out of control. Murders, home invasion, robberies, rapes, etc. We could go on. It's out of control. It's only our people acting collectively without thinking about their race or class, color or social rank, but acting as sovereign beings can solve this problem. As we do so, you must keep in mind that it's the people, not machines or guns or elegant swagger that must be central to solving crime in the island. People are neither cockroaches. I don't know that. All right. People are neither cockroaches nor miscreants. I think that's the way some other people are. They're miscreants and so on, as others have described them. But they are our brothers and our sisters who may have gone wrong, not only because their own fault, but because those of us who claim to possess superior wisdom have failed them. We have to assume our responsibility. We have failed them in many ways as a nation. We must try to understand that without, quote unquote, that bad brand of brigands to which they have attached themselves, they find love and a sense of belonging within that space. That's why they go there. If they can't find love among the other folks, they can form their own bands of brigands, and they shall then use that as a board to launch into attacking all of us. Don't get tired. Fight.
Ducky's Tent Rental. We're all about the best tents, high quality, with the best service at affordable prices. We'll make your event a memorable one. Located at Katwaru Trace, Penal. Or give us a call 788-2262. Ducky's Tent Rental.
Final extension. No further extensions. The India InStyle Expo at the Dome Mid-Center Mall will be closing on the 3rd of March. Big sale and huge discounts. A few days left. Everything must sell. India InStyle Expo at the Dome at the Mid-Center Mall is definitely closing on the 3rd of March.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind Islamic outfits for male and female. We've got special gift items also available. Join us for iftar every day, also catering the best groom and bridal outfits. Get matching jewelry, footwear, makeup and all that you need. Multi-cuisine food court, reopening on the 9th of March. Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Super quality supermarket, best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Experience the flavors of authentic Chinese cuisine for a romantic night out or a family dinner. Our newly renovated cozy atmosphere and professional friendly service makes dining with us an unforgettable experience. We have a well-equipped conference room that caters for meetings and corporate events for up to 50 persons. Safe and secure parking. Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Open every day including Sundays and holidays. Book your table today. Give us a call 645-5474 662-4540.
Lifetime Solutions, manufacturer of metal roofing, panels, framing, guttering, and related products. Located lot number 26, Omera Industrial Estate in Arima. Give us a call 646-5813 for further information. Lifetime Solutions. Give us a call today.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunupir. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015-223 Tile.
Do you have back pain, neck pain, dizziness, blackouts, migraine headaches? Then you need to see us at Synapse Medical Services. Our innovative approach and patient-centered focus ensures that you receive the personalized care needed to fix your muscle weakness, memory trouble, or tingling in your hands or feet. WhatsApp us at 367-9368 or check out our website at www.synapsemedicaltt.com. Synapse Medical Services, building bridges to better outcomes, one connection at a time.
crimes and criminals is a national challenge to which all of us must be committed, in which we must all be involved in. Each and every citizen, from the youngest to the oldest, this is a very important point. Each and every one of us, from the oldest to the youngest, must know what his or her role is in this important endeavor under that endeavor. In other words, if I ask you tomorrow or today, what's your role in the solution of crime? I know you're laughing and thinking, what's your role? We don't know what I said, Louis, are good me and thing. But we said, what is the role of each individual? If we say it's a collective problem, the question must be, what are our individual roles? We can't leave it to no government, just the police. So one of the first things we must talk about is what are our roles as individuals. And I'm saying from kindergarten to the oldest must know what is my role. Not if you see something, say something and all that nonsense. Tell me what your role is in the solution of the problem. And against that banner I made, or under that rubric, I make some suggestions. First, we should declare 2024 the year of crime. Trinidad and Tobago should declare 2024 the year of crime, in which we direct all of our energies, resources, and insights to end this crime wave. In this way, we signal to the population that making the country safe is the primary business of the entire nation and everyone in that nation. Secondly, we must be of one accord, and that's of course in terms of national statement of crime. We must be on one accord on how we approach the question of crime. Jamaica, for example, has declared a national consensus on crime, in which every segment of the community is involved. Its national consensus of crime states, and I quote, it says in October 2019, the government, opposition, civil society, and the private sector industry association agreed to support a process of developing a national consensus on crime to transform Jamaica into a safe, secure, and investment-friendly society. A national consensus on crime. Concluded with an understanding that successful transformation would require agreement on specific priorities and actions, widespread buy-in by the entire population with regard to the way forward, and, Madam Leader, a bipartisan commitment to implementation. In this way, each citizen will know what we aspire to, hoping that together we can aspire and therefore together achieve. Third, involvement of the entire community. We must involve each and everyone in its solution, which is why this understanding by the UNC or this undertaking is so important. It involves people in finding the solution to their own problems. Each citizen, from the youngest child to the oldest, should know what his or her role is in the solution of the crime. It's not a Viking. Fourth, community involvement. To investigate the crime problem, we must go to the communities where people live, which I think is what we're trying to do here. Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. To investigate crime problems, we must go to the community where people live, where they can offer their ideas freely in their own setting, speaking with one another as a family. This is why Eric Williams launched his, Louis, you remember that? This is why Eric Williams launched his Meet the People tour in 1963. On July 15, 1969, Frank McDonald, a writer from the States who was here, wrote the following letter to Richard Nolt, Executive Director of the Institute of Culture and World Affairs. This is what he said. What Pierre Williams is, Meet the People tour. You didn't stay in no little room in Parliament. I know, let's have a tea room and thing. Or your little cabinet. He went to the communities. And this is what Holt says. He says, Williams himself, this is 1963, I have the document. Williams himself has visited every secondary school in the country and most of the hundreds of villages in what he describes as his Meet the People tour. Right now, he's embarked on a Meet the Farmers tour since agriculture has become this year's development. Go and talk among the people. Don't fly all over the place everywhere. You go on someplace, I had to go because I want vacation. No. Your primary function is among your people and find out what they want. That's what Williams did. By the way, did Williams ever take a vacation, Louis? All right, okay. Howard Manning? Okay, thank you. Don't go. I ain't seen that. Let's ask a question. Oh, neither did your leader. So you have a yellow book and no vacation. So we're going nice. You cannot know your people or speak to their needs if you do not sit down and converse with them in their communities about their hopes and their dreams and their aspirations. And I said, these guys, Williams and these guys, worked assiduously because the nation was their first business. Fifth, strengthening the judicial branch of government. Strengthening the judicial branch of government. You can't move forward if the judicial branch is weak. And I say we cannot solve the crime problem if the judiciary does not function efficiently and at optimal level. No case, no matter how difficult or sophisticated, should take years, 10 and 12 years, to be disposed of. The courts, the prosecutor's office, the judiciary must identify all the factors that affect the slow and inefficient ways in which the justice system now operates and do something about it. In a recent letter to the editor of the Express, John Thompson, I don't know who he is, he says, the analysis done by the judiciary just goes to show that the only real issue is a lack of, listen to this, a lack of skill development and knowledge. I know how much money we spend with them. This points to a breakdown in the skills, the standards, and knowledge transfer in the overall legal administration and practice environment, end of quote. Part of the problem lies in the fact that after 62 years of independence, the judiciary must rely completely on the state and the Ministry of Finance in order to perform its most mundane tasks associated with the delivery of its core mission, which is what? The administration of justice. The time is ripe to hold the judiciary, Madam, SC. The time is ripe, to hold the judiciary to account in the administration of justice. To do so, we must allow them unfettered access to financial resources and also to the consolidated fund. All good? The resource. Oh, God, give me something, man. Your leader said, get your point. I find you doing nothing, boy. Your leader gave me my thing and you're holding back, done me. I haven't seen Miss John do anything nice. You have to wait for your leader to say nice? Oh, God, don't do me that now. Make me feel at home, all right? Yeah. There must be more diversification in the administration of justice. Everything cannot be centered in the Chief Justice Office in Port of Spain and San Fernando. We may have to opt for a parish system that is similar to Jamaica, where judicial officers in other parts of the country can make their own decisions in matters that concern their region. More importantly, the justice system must become more technologically savvy. Let me say it again now. Miss SC. Is SC a big name? Poor fella. I'm saying that the justice system must become more technically savvy in terms of technology. Thompson notes that digitation and digital transformation tools can play a key role in pushing this thrust ahead. It's too long to talk about only paper. The leader just said, send me a digital copy. She want no copy, she want digital. All right? Julie, you hear me? The same.
Ducky's Tent Rental. We're all about the best tents, high quality, with the best service at affordable prices. We'll make your event a memorable one. Located at Katwaru Trace, Penal, or give us a call 788-2262. Ducky's Tent Rental.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Looking for the best in educational supplies? Then come on down to Charon's Bookstore, the trusted name in everything back to school, from uniforms, textbooks, school accessories, stationery, and much more. Our dedicated team is committed in providing the highest quality in customer service. Visit us at number 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, Trincity Mall, Trincity, number 24 Eastern Main Road, San Juan, and number 10 Diego Martin, 4 Roads, Diego Martin. Call us at 235-5811.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Do you have back pain, neck pain, dizziness, blackouts, migraine headaches? Then you need to see us at Synapse Medical Services. Our innovative approach and patient-centered focus ensures that you receive the personalized care needed to fix your muscle weakness, memory trouble, or tingling in your hands or feet. WhatsApp us at 367-9368 or check out our website at www.synapsemedicaltt.com. Synapse Medical Services, building bridges to better outcomes, one connection at a time.
Can be said about the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the DPP. It has not kept up with the technologies in the field. The inability to implement new technologies has led to the greatest inefficiency of its personnel. Imagine, Madam Leader of the Opposition, the DPP office saying it could not file as many indictments as it liked because it was trying to save paper. A lie? Oh God, a lie? Tell me a lie now. You're afraid to save paper? Oh God, Louis. Oh God, don't go there. Brian, how are you doing there? They can't do that. The DPP must upgrade its technology if we are to wage a more efficient war against crime. The DPP deals with criminal matters exclusively. During the COVID period, 2019 to 22, the office dealt with 5 indictments a month, and Dr. Rudin, check that for me. During the COVID period, 2019 to 2022, the office dealt with 5 indictments, Mr. Rudilal. Prior to that, it dealt with 30 indictments a month. One cannot solve crimes that are taking place in 2024 using 1994 technologies. You see how much money you're going to get, Rowley? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say Rowley. You see how much money? Oh God, I want to be careful, you know. The SEC, I can't know the business. The SEC will give me 90, from 59,000 to 80,000 a year, a month. Oh God, I'm lying. I tell it on myself. And when one thinks that the, what wage is, Brian? The minimum wage is how much? $20. And you multiply 20 by 8 hours a week, and 8 by 5 days a week. The average person making how much? About $3,200. But the SEC, you can't blame the fella because they have a new thing. Gonna get something, how much? Yes, oh God, don't make me. I know the salaries why I have a commission, but don't make my life with them thing. Let's keep the substance of the thing going. All right? I'm talking about the disparities. Because if a man don't have something, he gonna thief. Darwin talks about the origin of the species and adaptation, and Spencer says the survival of the fittest. You can't be moral if you have nothing. I care what you're telling me. You can't be moral or law abiding. I care what you tell me. I love so-and-so. You have no food to eat. Get down to the basics. Don't do all the cantropeness. Sixth, forget the DP now and the money. Stronger enforcement mechanism. And this is where I have the leader and I may have a little difference in terms of what she calls a state of emergency. I have refined it a little bit, madam. I'm saying there should be stronger enforcement mechanism. If we accept the position that criminal activity in our society has increased, particularly among our youths, then we must prepare to take more radical and decisive actions to solve the problem. Oh God, I want some more. They don't give me no kind of lukewarm thing. Make me feel welcome. Rasta, like that. Nice. And Mr. Molina gave me a little thing on his show. They gave me a little thing. So he agree with me, no? They're going to Fred Hines, but go ahead. Yes. These stringent measures are not in tandem with our ways of doing things in TNT. However, I thought that was the trust of the leader of the opposition's position. However, if we wish to break the hold the gangs and criminals have upon our society, we must use an iron fist to take them down. We know, and the police claim, oh God, see if I give me a thing, I like that. Oh God, I like that. Thanks, darling. We know that the mayhem is caused by no more than 200 or 300 people. The police authorities say they know who these criminals are. Why can't we not have a surgical operation to deal with that matter? These people are not afraid of the police authorities. So we in turn must not be afraid of them. When I was growing up in Tagarigua, little country boy in the orphan home, close to the orphan home, we used to say, if you're afraid of death, we're afraid to kill you. It's called Principles of Street Justice. Such an approach, and this is the important point we have to be very careful of, and we'll need all our social scientists and our lawyers to work out. And we have to be very careful. Such an approach to the problem will result in the violation of certain human and civil rights of our people. But the price we must be willing to pay if we wish to regain our society, we have to give it serious consideration. We must have the courage to act boldly now. As my mother used to say, don't take a flambeau to look for something in the night which you could find in the day. We know what the problem is. You may not have pitch oil in your lamp. Do not take a flambeau to look for something at night which you can see during the day. We know what the problem is. The question is, how do we do it? Of course, protecting certain civil rights. But your point is really, we have to have a surgical approach to that problem with all manner of, and say it openly. We Friday go to the Privy Council. Never see things so. We independent. We be one country. We a republic. But what the Privy Council go say? I don't understand that. Man, you can help me. Seventh, parents' responsibility. Oh God, Tim, you say that, but let me do it nice now, man. Let me leave it Louis sing on the phone and listening to me. Parents' responsibility. Oh God, is that right? We must hold parents responsible for the crimes their juvenile children commit. We must hold parents responsible for the crimes their juvenile children commit. In a recent decision of the Oakland Country Circuit Court in Michigan, USA, Jennifer Crumbley was found guilty of involuntary murder for the gun rampage of a teenage son who carried out the state's deadliest school shooting more than 2 years ago. Her son was sentenced to life in prison for killing 4 students. But however, the guns he used to commit these crimes was a gift from his parents. She maybe get 15 years and so on. Husband get tried. But the point is, parents must be held, however we work it out. Now, we don't have a solution to everything, but these are guidelines how we begin to approach the problem in terms of understanding what it means. So parents, of course, now, while I disagree with the Prime Minister on what he has said about crime, there's one point in which we agree. We cannot evade the question of self-responsibility in these matters. On this, he's quite correct. We must assume self-responsibility. Parents, especially absent fathers, must be held responsible for the violent crimes of their juvenile children. They must be made to pay for neglecting their parental failures. 8, clean up the police force. Hello? Clean up the police force, Madam Leader. Of course, it seems to me public trust in the TTPS is low. A lie? Oh, God, tell me something that make me feel like I say, yeah, Rasta. Public trust in the TTPS is low. The general public is afraid to provide public police information about crimes that take place in their communities and the criminals who commit them. That tells us a lot about the distrust they have for the TTPS. They do not feel safe in sharing complaints to the police, but out of fear that the confidential information that they give them is likely to get back to the persons about whom they complain, or is likely to testify against. It is well known that the hands of the criminal reaches out behind the prison bars to revenge those outside the prison bars who dare to cooperate with the police and to exact revenge on them, again, who you think snitch on them. That's not an acceptable position, and we know it. Attending to economic needs of black youths. They say, Jillian talking about that, Jerome? And you say your leader concerned about that too. You did, Lamissa. You said she's really concerned. All right. Attending to the economic needs of black youths is very important. The majority of Trinidadians dying from violent crime are black youths. Last Sunday, the Trinidad Guardian reported, quote unquote, more young Afro-Trinidadians are dying compared to the males in any other age group or ethnicity. Y'all, let me tell you again, listen. They said that more young Afro-Trinidadians are dying compared to males in any other age group or ethnicity. In 2023, 136 Afro-Trinidadians 30 years and under were murdered, while 23 Indo-Trinidadians of the same age bracket was killed. 136 Africans, black fellas, were killed as opposed to 30 or 23 Indo-Trinidadians. And they conclude, this means that 491% more Afro-Trinidadians, males 30 years and under, are murdered than Indo-Trinidadian males of the same age. That's real. That's not their problem, that's our problem. Because it must start by us, but when the COVID got, it has hit everybody. When the COVID got, it has hit everybody. A week ago, someone sent me a video of several black youths celebrating at a funeral of a prominent gang member. The person wrote to me there is a type of joy. Hear this. There's a type of joy and celebration in his young death. It's like a death cult. It's a very deep and serious problem. Every day it gets worse. That's annihilation. That's nihilism.
Ducky's Tent Rental. We're all about the best tents, high quality, with the best service at affordable prices. We'll make your event a memorable one. Located at Katwaru Trace, Penal. Or give us a call, 788-2262. Ducky's Tent Rental.
Final extension. No further extensions. The India in Style Expo at the Dome Mid-Center Mall will be closing on the 3rd of March. Big sale and huge discounts. A few days left. Everything must sell. India in Style Expo at the Dome at the Mid-Center Mall is definitely closing on the 3rd of March.
Just in time for Eid, the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas will be reopening on the 9th of March. We've got unique items available, one-of-a-kind Islamic outfits for male and female. We've got special gift items also available. Join us for iftar every day, also catering the best groom and bridal outfits. Get matching jewelry, footwear, makeup and all that you need. Multi-cuisine food court, reopening on the 9th of March. Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Experience the flavors of authentic Chinese cuisine for a romantic night out or a family dinner. Our newly renovated cozy atmosphere and professional friendly service makes dining with us an unforgettable experience. We have a well-equipped conference room that caters for meetings and corporate events for up to 50 persons. Safe and secure parking. Val Park Chinese Restaurant. Open every day including Sundays and holidays. Book your table today. Give us a call 645-5474 662-4540. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
Do you have back pain, neck pain, dizziness, blackouts, migraine headaches? Then you need to see us at Synapse Medical Services. Our innovative approach and patient-centered focus ensures that you receive the personalized care needed to fix your muscle weakness, memory trouble, or tingling in your hands or feet. WhatsApp us at 367-9368 or check out our website at www.synapsemedicaltt.com. Synapse Medical Services, building bridges to better outcomes, one connection at a time.
That's what the experimental and those scientists, those thinkers in France would talk about. You are dancing at your death and do not expect to live beyond 30 years old. This was not entirely unexpected. On Emancipation Day, Before His Excellency John Kudo of Brazil, Ghana, I made the following statement. And while I go back to 28, until I'm talking about this long time. I didn't arrive at this tomorrow morning. That's why I captured most of those things before. And this is what I said. Even as I speak, our liberation is not complete. Even as we speak, our liberation is not complete. Young men in our inner cities of the ghettos, as they like to call their place of residence, are choosing their coffins. As one of our young Calypsonians, Magnus Dan, reminded us, few of them expect to live beyond 30 years of age. In our ghettos, death stalks our children and our young people with vengeance. During slavery, few Africans lived beyond the age of 30. Are we going back to that? Are we going back to slavery? During slavery, the lifespan was 30. And we in Trinidad, so we see all the nice Starbucks, German like Starbucks, and all the nice thing, and they build up coming through Sugar, it's all the nice thing American have. But we have to be very careful. 10th, the dignity of work. Dr. Williams addressed the nation shortly after the Black Power revolts in 1970. He titled his address, Revolution and Dignity. He ended with the following words. This is 1970 after the Black Power revolts. It says, the rights of humanity must commence with special assistance to the black man to make up for historical injustice and the time lost through his exclusion from the economic and social and even political progress of the 19th century. Then he says, let us, fellow citizens, now dedicate ourselves to this question of human dignity, beginning necessarily with the black dignity and the establishment of economic power. The establishment of economic power without which there can no be dignity, confidence in the fact that we lead forward. Without work, and work is not just getting a salary, are the habits of work that we cultivate. Today, black people find themselves at the bottom of the economic ladder. They keep sinking deeper into the quagmire of poverty. Although there's not one major, Madam Leader of the Opposition, there's not one major industry in Movant or Lavantil. Yet we believe that we can speak about black dignity and black pride in the absence of productive and meaningful work among these young black men and women. In point of fact, I saw Bob Marley thing last week, right, Jero? Bob Marley now, you have a film. I never reached here yet. It's called One Love. I saw it Wednesday. I had to go check him out. And this is what Bob Marley said. I know you like Bob. This is for you. I know you like Bob. Our revelry put it this way. They're belly full, but we hungry. A hungry mob is a angry mob. A rain or fall, but the dirt it off. And yet I yoke, but the yield no enough. I'm gonna sing that. Oh God, he said all of that. Thing rough. We have to give jobs. And in this case, both the UNC and the PNM failed us in this regard. Unless we put our youths to work where they live, until they understand the dignity of work, there is no way of getting out of this problem. And the obligation, I make it very clear, in terms of this situation, that that in order to deal with this problem, we have to deal with the question of, and I'm saying in this case, both parties have failed us in that regard. We have to do more work there. What's that? 11, a national cultural policy. We must devise a national cultural policy. In order to realize our humanity, we must develop a national cultural policy that speaks to the needs and aspirations of our people, particularly the younger members of our community. How many people know what the Ramayana is? But I know it from now. You know what the Ramayana is. Who say Hassan? celebration of our Prophet Muhammad, who sinned in our sin when he died. How many people know that? How many people know what Gayap is? We do not know our culture yet. Yet, it seems to me that, of course, this notion of a national cultural policy, and I'm coming to an end soon, that, of course, I see Martin Daly, someone who loves Pan and so on, is talking about the need, and I brought this up in 1983. This is what Martin Daly says. The panorama bond is strong, enduring and intergeneration. When will some sensible cultural policy emerge in order to seize upon this? And we know how much money we have poured into, the NCC. I'm not going to go into that. But by my reckoning, from 1991, we have poured something like $3.2 billion in the NCC. And what do we have for it? Absolutely nothing. They haven't put in books. They're not even audited reports on that. Now, it seems to me, 12th, and this is most important, UNC's unique contribution to our public discourse. I want you to listen to this very carefully. Because you say, I think Kurt up there, I know we have talked about our cruel society and all that kind of thing. So I want Kurt to hear this. It seems to me that this conversation, Madam Leader, is the UNC's unique contribution to our public discourse. At his press conference on 5th of February, the Prime Minister characterized these hearings as a papi show. You remember that? A papi show. In his own imperial manner, he proclaimed, "You think I have time to papi show myself around the country with the opposition leader? I mean, I have no problem with the opposition leader who wants to talk with me. But there's just papi show going on there." Again, I take a public stand. Herein lies to me the linguistic contortion, even the intellectual dishonesty of the Prime Minister's approach to the important problem and his lack of respect for civic engagement. Solving our crime problem should never reduce to a discussion between the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition. This issue concerns the well-being of a severely traumatized society that affects our psychic health, and if we don't deal with it quickly, we'll have a problem. It seems to me this anti-crime convention should never be characterized as a papi show. In my view, it's a public performance taking place in a public arena where citizens are encouraged to make their contributions in an open and transparent manner. I will skip my 13th point, but the leader has it. 14. I'll come to an end. You're laughing, you're going out. See, you want to talk to your Prime Minister. You want to talk to me, it's all right. 14. Civil discourse and respectful listening. When I attended St. Mary's Anglican Church School in Tagarigua, my teacher had all kinds of wonderful proverbs on the wall. One thing he says, 4 things come not back again: the spoken word, the sped arrow, Tim, the past life, and the neglected opportunity. We cannot get very far if we don't respect what others say. While members of both parties have been guilty of throwing words at one another, such thoughtless obscenities cannot lead to a fruitful and positive resolution of this problem. Now, I went on, I want to talk about, and I want to read this because I think it's a little important. I'm reminded of a contribution Fitzgerald Hines, Minister of National Security, made at the Government Crime Symposium that took place at Hyatt in April last year. He said, among other things, he says, and I want the leader to listen carefully, he said, among these beautiful photos of people at the symposium, hear me, this is a man who is in charge of national security for everybody. There are a few featuring the sour big-time loser, the evil woman from Siparia, the filthy rich one from Oropuch, rum-soaked lout Miss DeMark, and skinhead upstart were all there. These discourteous lost souls remain seated while the entire gathering stood to congratulate Dr. Roll. I am saying that these words have absolutely no place in public discourse, and there must always be respectful listening to